I want to add more light to the 3D printer. As you can see from this image, the lighting is adequate, but it's more utilitarian than anything. Step one is to find a spot to put the light. Now to do that, I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to show you what's inside the printer to begin with. Excuse me if the lighting isn't adequate. So I know from this image that I have some bars to avoid and some pieces to manage. It's the same on this side, and the coloring's probably off, but those are the things I have to watch for and manage. So the first thing you're going to do is just measure it out, find out about how big it is. Sorry, my arm's in the way. So we're looking at about 17 inches. I don't need lights that long in there. I think that would be too bright. So I'm going to go ahead and measure it out, and I'm looking at it thinking 12 to 13 inches is just about right. We're going to put them right between those two black lines that you're seeing up there. So I have some cheap LEDs I bought out of China. And you can probably see them. You can cut them in different lengths if you just cut along that copper line. But I've already used them for one project, so I need to use them for another one. So I have an extra plug here. But the wires need to be about 6 inches longer. And as you can see, it's fairly non-standard plug, so I've got to use this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and extend these wires by about 6 inches. I'll also need another set of 6-inch wires to extend two pieces I'm going to use for the project. So the first thing I'm going to do is just strip some wire here. And having wire strippers like this makes life a lot easier. This is narrow gauge wire. Wow, very narrow. Nope. So basically it's about 20 gauge wire for these. And I'm just going to run down them and strip them as we go. I'll fast forward through a lot of this stuff. And that way you don't have to put up with a bunch of wire stripping going on. So here are our lights. They're ready to go in the printer. I'm not going to be able to show you a lot of how I get them in there, but I'll be able to show you after each step, and I'll tell you as I go, so you'll know what I'm doing. So all these surfaces are going to need to be cleaned, so I can use the double-sided tape to stick everything in here. To do that, I'm just going to use some rubbing alcohol on a paper towel. That should work just fine. Alright, so here I have it, and it may wash out a bit, but this is the transformer. It's a cheap one. And carpet tape. I'm just going to put a small piece on the back. Use that to hold that on the inside on your scissors. But here the piece will fit nice and easy. And then I grab a pair of scissors. And I'm just going to run across the top and clip it right off. Now this is going on the inside of the printer, so I'm not really worried about looks. So this will be the first piece going in. So you can see it kind of back there in the corner. That should keep it out of the way of everything else, and the cord runs without a problem. Just make sure wherever you put it, it doesn't tangle into anything. And you can even mount it on the outside of the printer and actually run the wires for your lights inside. This is just a little cleaner looking. I also already plugged in the AC/DC adapter. I don't know if you can tell that. Maybe I can get you an angle that way. But that way it's all there, and I know how far up off the deck to put it. Alright, I'll be back as I get the wires in. So I want to give you a look. That's what it looks like with them on. I'm going to put it up in here. Now there's a final step here. They're bright, but I got to tie those wires up to take some of the stress off the tape at the top. As you can see behind me, the lights in the printer are working. They run off this handy remote. Turn them on and off. Turn them back on and you can change the color: red, blue, green, and back to white. So it takes about an hour to do the project, $5 to $10 in parts. The beauty of this is it's the same technique, whether you put them on bookshelves, behind desks, in cabinets, you do it the same way. So I hope you found it helpful. I hope you like it. If you do, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. And if you have comments or questions, leave them below.